This is the after haircut result. We're gonna make a how-to video on cutting your husband's hair. I have cut Felipe's hair since we met. So we're gonna start with lubricating the clippers with clipper oil. It's like machine oil, and just pop it on the blades and give it a little buzz to make sure it's nice and lubricated. And now we're gonna start with the number 0, which means nothing on the clippers, and just go across the back of the neck in a nice straight line, getting rid of those tiny little hairs. I really like to fade in from nothing, from 0. And then we're going to go on a half level, so up the blade to a half, and now you're going to go up the middle of Felipe's ears. So the middle of the ears. This is now a number 1, but I'm on the half size, so technically it's a 1.5. And we're also going to do the sideburns in the front and a little bit over the ear. Going across the back, and you can take a little bit more space, it's about 1 inch I would say, up to the top of the ears. As you can see, my line isn't so straight anymore, which is on purpose. I'm taking off more. Now we're going to get rid of that, what you might be able to see a line there, and by just bringing the blade down to 0 but with number 1 clipper on, and we're just going to hide that line or that sudden difference. Here's the 1.5, and now we're going from above Felipe's ears another inch or so, and you're going to go all the way around the back of the head as well with this number 1.5. I need to make sure I do all the sideburns, and so I'm going to put my number 1 back on again and just do both sides as well as the ear, around the ear, making sure they're nice and even. Okay, now we're moving on to the number 2, and we're going to go up now another ½ inch or so, all the way around the back. Take more liberty on going a little higher at the back of the head. And now here's the number 3. And we're now just trying to even out the length from the number 2 with the top of the hair, which is usually much longer. So we're just going to even it out. We don't want to push against the head entirely here. Now it's time for our scissors. Go ahead and snip around the ear, make sure those are nice and short, that usually the clippers don't get them all the way. And then we're going to imagine Felipe's head is the globe, and there are longitudinal and latitude lines. So we're going to cut along the latitude first. So as you can see, I'm brushing his hair back, and there are basically latitude lines that we're going to cut. And I'm just cutting about ½ centimeter to 1 centimeter every time we go through his head. So we're just trying to make it really even, and also evening out the fade from the sides of the head to the top. Now we're going to go across the longitudinal lines. So we do this crisscross pattern to help make sure all the hairs are even. We're nearing the end now. There you go. Little look at what it is. I started cutting your hair when we were just dating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why did we do that?
To save money.
How did you trust me with your hair?
I think I said, oh, I'm going to go get a haircut. And you said, oh, I could cut your hair. I used to cut my brother's hair and this and that. And I'm not particular about how my hair is done, so we just started doing it.
So you're okay with the risk?
I took the risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's been like 8.5 or so years that you've been cutting my hair.
And we've done different hairstyles.
Well, yeah, so I used to get just a buzz crew cut. This is the longest I'll wear it. I've never worn it longer
You've
than
had
this.
it slightly longer than this when we were living in Baltimore.
We've only had one mishap, though. I think, where the plastic clip fell off and you kept cutting.
Yes. Accidentally went, like number 0 on like this part of his head.
That was the only mishap that we've had, and it's been... In the US, a haircut costs $15. Over here is probably the same, 15 pounds, around there. So it's a lot of savings.
5 maybe if you're a regular.
Yeah, and I get a haircut. I'm supposed to really be getting a haircut every 2 weeks, but schedule gets in the way and everything, and we sometimes go 3 weeks, and sometimes even 4 weeks, and I look a disaster, but she doesn't care.
I don't care. I don't think people notice.
They do. I do. So if you like my haircut, leave a comment. If you don't like my haircut, also leave a comment. But either way, leave a comment.
If you are interested in watching some more of our videos about how married life is, how living in the UK is, feel free to subscribe and you'll get some notifications hopefully. If you guys have any questions on how I cut his hair, feel free to let me know. But just to remind you, I am not a professional. I never took any classes or lessons or anything. So what I do is just what I do, and it may be wrong, but it's worked this long, and that's why I continue doing it, and it saves us money anyway. So that was our DIY haircut at home.
See ya.